Hey guys, Bobby from Friction CrossFit. I want to kind of talk about the best way to start with getting into CrossFit versus maybe not the best way to start. To give you a really good perspective on this group training program that has gained tons of popularity, it's probably best to understand how it started. So way back, probably before the 2000s or early 2000s, people were doing CrossFit as one-on-one personal training. And the founder of CrossFit, Greg Glassman, would work with one client at a time. He would actually book his schedule from 5 a.m. to noon, working with one client, one after another, and he would do that Monday to Friday. And he wouldn't book any other times throughout the day. And he would, get people in really good shape using the CrossFit methodology and training. Well, what all his clients would start to kind of fill those time frames and would get really awesome results and have a great time doing it, they would start to tell their friends and family members all about it. And soon enough, people would be asking, hey, can I get my cousin into this? She's heard a lot, really wants to get started. Or can I get my wife started? She's amazed at my results. Do you have time for her? And coach would be like, nope, I can't take any more clients. I'm booked full and I just don't have enough time in my day. I need time for myself. So what he eventually tried was, when he had one client that was pretty good at most movements, wasn't really making a whole lot of mistakes, didn't really need a lot of coaching anymore, and then equally had another client that was kind of at the same point, didn't really make mistakes, pretty good mastery of most movements. He'd ask him the same question. Hey, would you be interested in maybe working out with another one of my clients? He's pretty good at most movements. You guys can work out together and I'll put a timer on it and you can try and race each other for points or try to do more weight or try to get more reps in a workout. This will give you a better workout. And I'll tell you what, I'll even drop your rates a little bit for personal training, and then I can train your cousin. And he'd start to do this with his clients when they got to the point where they didn't need as much coaching. And then he'd add a third person, a fourth person, and then we started to get this group model. But what he would do is always start people out with personal training, one-on-one training, and then introduce them to the group when they weren't making mistakes. You fast forward a couple of years later, and CrossFit gains this massive popularity, and everybody wants to start in this group training and wants to work out with their buddies, but they don't have that prerequisite of one-on-one personal training. They're kind of skipping the foundation. So what we like to do with our people coming in is have them at least start with our Level Up program, where they're learning at least the basics, but we really try to encourage a couple months of one-on-one training to give them a really good experience of how to perform a proper clean and jerk, how to develop the handstand, how to perfect the air squat, and then go into the CrossFit classes where they've at least established some basic movement principles. This leads for long-term success, and it's a lot more enjoyable experience for people getting started versus coming in, not really knowing what to do, kind of crashing and burning and saying it's not for you when you didn't really have the best start to begin with.